Deep state gets desperate, leaks Trump ordered Mueller to be fired, backed off after lawyers revolted. By Joshua Kaplan for thegatewaypundit.com. In June of last year, President Trump demanded special counsel Robert Mueller be fired, yet changed course after the White House counsel threatened to quit the order was carried out, claims the New York Times. New York Times reports the West Wing confrontation marks the first time Mr. Trump is known to have tried to fire the special counsel. Mr. Mueller learned about the episode in recent months as his investigators interviewed current and former senior White House officials in his inquiry into whether the president obstructed justice. Amid the first wave of news media reports that Mr. Mueller was examining a possible obstruction case, the president began to argue that Mr. Mueller had three conflicts of interest that disqualified him from overseeing the investigation, two of the people said. First, he claimed that a dispute years ago over fees at Trump National Golf Club in Sterling, Virginia, had prompted Mr. Mueller, the FBI director at the time, to resign his membership. The president also said Mueller could not be impartial because he had most recently worked for the law firm that previously represented the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. After receiving the president's order to fire Mueller, the White House counsel Donald F. McGahn II refused to ask the Justice Department to dismiss the special counsel, saying he would quit instead. The people said they spoke on the condition of anonymity again because they did not want to be identified discussing a continuing investigation. The report comes amid Trump telling the press that he is eager to sit down with Mueller in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm looking forward to it, President Trump said. I would do it under oath, he added. This isn't the first time reports about Trump firing Mueller have sprung up. In December, Congresswoman Jackie Spears sat down with KQED Newsroom and claimed President Trump was soon going to fire Mueller. The California lawmaker then told KQED Newsroom that the rumors on the Hill when I left yesterday was that the president was going to make a significant speech at the end of next week, and on December 22nd, when we are out of D.C., he was going to fire Robert Mueller. Of course, the Congresswoman's claim was false. Journalist Mike Cernovich says this is the latest attempt by the deep state to distract away from the explosive FISA memo. 50,000 missing texts reappear, and these texts prove the investigation was rigged for sick Hillary. And then, surprise, surprise, 4 anonymous sources come forward within a 7-month-old story about Trump Mueller, also transparent by now. And the other one here, 50,000 texts are evidence admissible in a court of law. The story about Trump for unnamed sources who had the same hearsay from one alleged source wouldn't be used in any court. The story, as per usual, is leaked by the deep state to distract from their corruption. You think? Newsmax TV CEO Chris Ruddy visited the White House in June and reportedly left with the impression that Trump was going to fire Mueller. Politico reports. After spending hours with senior administration figures, President Donald Trump's friends Chris Ruddy walked out of the White House on Monday, took an Uber to the PBS studio, and said on TV that he thought Trump might fire special counsel Robert Mueller, a bombshell revelation even by 2017 Washington standards. The CEO of the conservative website Newsmax then bounded over to Georgetown, stopping for dinner at Cafe Milano, as the puzzled political class tried to make sense of it all. The mere suggestion that Trump might try to throw Mueller overboard drew comparisons to Richard Nixon and condemnation from Democrats and Republicans. It led television news for hours. It made the front page of the New York Times. Mueller's probe is facing extraordinary headwinds following reports the FISO memo is said to be a public relations nightmare. Sarah Carter claims the contents of the memo are so explosive that it could end special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe. So, in order to detract from the memo that's going to be released, they come out and again with the bogus story to say that Trump is going to fire Mueller in order to detract again. Do you see? And people see through it. And Trump is calling it a fake story. Trump said it's fake. The news is fake about me firing Mueller. First of all, he was talking about sitting down face to face with Mueller, which I don't even agree with. I wouldn't even bother. But let him investigate all he wants. I'm not, I wouldn't talk to him because Mueller is on a witch hunt. Basically, that's the bottom line. But Trump is not, what the news media was trying to push out is that, he's trying to hide something, in other words. That's why he's trying to fire Mueller. So they don't want the narrative to be on this memo that's going to be released, and everybody can see through the MSM's games. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.